My people, no be small thing o. I tell una say na only three you go dey cut, the three no go talk. As for human being, if you dey touch am anyhow wey you no like, he go shout tell you say leave me o, leave me o. I no follow. If you no follow for something, he go shout am. Now see, Jasmine, the adopted daughter of Ibu, don come out come talk im mind o. Talk everything wey happen, say she really see shege promise for that family hand. She been get her own family, but her father come kpeme, come leave she. So since that, she come leave she and her siblings. Since that time, Mr. Ibu wey be her father friend come dey for their life, come dey do everything for her. That's why when Mr. Ibu dey sick, she enter this thing. She enter Mr. Ibu life, dey help out, and the helping dey favour her, dey favour Ibu. Abeg, una lis ten to her own side of the story. Una for take judge this matter. Don't judge a book by its cover. No dey judge people if you no put yourself for their shoes.
Of the past few months, a lot has happened, and I would like to share more light on how I got involved, how things got to this point. And I'm not talking because I need people to sympathize with me. No, that's not the essence of this. I'm talking because I feel like I have been abused, I have been used, and I hope you guys are patient enough to at least listen to the entire story, because it means a lot to me for people to know what really transpired, what really happened. Then if after listening to me, you feel like, oh, I'm wrong, fine. I'll leave the judgment to you people. So how did I get involved in all this in the first place? Firstly, how did I get involved with this family? The John Okafor family, Mr. Ibu family. The first and most important question I get all the time from people, mostly on my comment section, is, oh, don't she have a family? Don't she have parents? Leave this family alone, and all of that. I would like to start addressing from those kind of comments. So many years ago, my dad passed on. May his soul rest in peace. He was a Nigerian army. He was a very good friend to Mr. Ibu, who is now a father figure in my life. When my dad passed on, Mr. Ibu himself was at the burial. Ever since then, he has played the role of a father figure in my life. Not for once have I ever needed somebody as a father that he was not there for me. So fast forward to 2018, I left the country. I left Nigeria. And then I went to look for greener pasture outside the country. Things were working out for me. I was doing good. I was doing fine. Later on, I relocated to Cyprus, where I was studying law. Fast forward to 2020, Daddy, in person of Mr. Ibu, started writing me on WhatsApp, requesting for financial assistance. I was really surprised, because before I left this country, he was doing well. If he wasn't at the peak of his career, he was doing absolutely well. He has exotic cars. Everything was okay for him. So in 2020, when he started reaching out to me that he needed money for certain things, I was really surprised. Certain times I would send 50,000, 5,000, 2,000, as much as I can. I have friends then in Cyprus that can attest to it. I think I have one friend, Ventura, another friend, Otonye. These are people I know that can attest to it, because then, even when I don't have as much, I would borrow from them, or I would get from them to send to him. So at some point, it was quite disturbing, because I know when I left this country, he was doing very, very okay. I started asking questions. I asked him what exactly is happening life right now, for you to be asking for the least 50,000, 10,000, 5,000. Are you sure everything is okay? That was the first time he mentioned to me that he was sick and he was in Abuja. Bad. If it's possible for you to come, come. She now said that she doesn't have transport, or that she doesn't have money for flights, she can't come, that they said we're going to arrange money for her to come and all of that. I said, okay. So I spoke to Daddy. I said, we need to find a way for your wife to come so that she can actually take care of you. Daddy said clearly to me that day that he doesn't want his wife to come to the hospital that day, that if his wife comes, he's going to die. I'm not the only one he said that to. Labista, you're still alive. Benedict Johnson, you're still alive. If you people know the truth and you want to be silent about it because you don't want to get involved in family issues, I can understand. But I know very well that you people know what happened that day at that hospital. We pleaded with Daddy, pleaded with him for him to allow his wife to come to the hospital. He said no. And he gave his reasons. He made some very strong allegations about their marriage, about having caught his wife having affairs so many times and all of that. Which I called the wife. I told him, I said, this is what Daddy said. This is what he said. He doesn't want you to come. That he caught you having an affair and all of those things. She said, oh, that is not true, that she never had any affair. I'm not here to say whether she had affair or she never had affair because I wasn't there. But I'm quoting what Daddy said that day. The main reason why he said he didn't want her to come to Abuja. He said he didn't want her to come, that for the past 2 years he hasn't seen her. And she affirmed to me that for the past 2 years she has not seen him. They were only talking on the phone, and most of the times he doesn't pick the call. And most of the time it's strangers, people that she doesn't know, that were picking the call. So Daddy didn't want her to be there. I was the one pushing for her to come there. I told her, okay, come. This is the hospital. She asked me where the hospital address was. I said, come. And I told her, okay, you know what you're going to do? Find a way, sort out a way, find flight ticket and come. When you come, then we can now find a way and raise the money and balance you back. Because if Daddy is giving his reason, saying this is the reason why he doesn't want you to come, I cannot go against that will. So finally, the wife actually talked about that issue. She herself said that Daddy has been telling a lot of people that she has had it from so many places that she's having an affair, but in reality, that it were just mere accusations, that it was hearsays. He was hearing from a lot of people that she never had any affair. I believed whatever she said that period. I believed her. I had no reason to doubt what she was saying. So I just as an adult, I felt like, oh, maybe it's just normal misunderstanding between husband and wife that they will in turn settle later. So later on, she came to the hospital. When she came to the hospital, the first thing Daddy asked me was, who brought her here? I said, Daddy, this person is your wife now. You cannot be asking me who brought her here. Then she later said her friend, one of her friends, which I'll be mentioning her name in the course of this video, because a lot of things that happened in that family she knows. If she's willing to come out and speak up one day, it's on her. If she wants to know the truth and still be silenced about the truth, it's still on her. I will not force anybody to come and speak up or force anybody to come and stand up for me. That's what I won't do. So that her friend, now she, according to the wife, when she landed in Abuja after I sent the address, she said it was that her friend Ogadima that actually booked the flight ticket for her. And then she came there. There was one other lady that was there that they later had issue with, whatever, I don't know. They later had issue with the lady that was there in the hospital. So when she came to the hospital, it was me, the other lady that she later had issue with, and Daddy at first in the hospital. Before she came, I was the one in the hospital taking care of Daddy when I came back. Then subsequently, Labista will come, Benedict Johnson will come. Some people were coming, some other people from Nollywood, and some people that were there in that hotel that he was lodged at. The people that were looking after him were paying for his food and his hotel bill. Those people were also frequenting the hospital before she came. So when she came, I stepped down. I was just there. Whatever she wants, she would send me a message like her daughter. She was even calling me her daughter, introducing me. She was the one that started introducing me to people as her daughter. Oh, this is my daughter. This is what she has done and all of that. I was working with the flow. I never had issue with her at any point. I was very loyal to her. Never at any point had any issue with her. So, Daddy was now in that hospital for about 2 weeks. Then his son later came and joined us. Daniel, his second son, sorry, not the one in South Africa. His second son later came and joined us in the hospital. So it was me, Daddy, his wife, his son, and at the hospital. So I took the conversation, the threat messages on Instagram from the said girl, and I went to
Never pay for Wi-Fi again. Instabridge is a free app with 20 million Wi-Fi passwords all over the world.
Wiped out all the money in their accounts immediately. About 700 and something thousand in the account. The person just removed the account. The bank people at Wema Bank now asked Daddy, did you remove any money from your account now? Daddy said no. They now asked him who else have access to the account. He said it's the person that is doing the show. Now said, okay, they are going to freeze this account. They now asked him if he gave permission for the person doing the show to have mobile app for him. He said no, that he's not even aware that the account has mobile app. So that kind of, they not labeled it a fraudulent activities and freeze the account. It wasn't up to a very long time. The man, Daddy's friend, started calling Mr. Frank. He started calling Daddy and asking Daddy. He said, what is going on? That they have freezed the account, that he removed the money from that Wema Bank account. He wanted to send it to Daddy's Zenith account because Wema Bank don't print statements. And he was giving his own excuse, that he wants to go back to Lagos. About the money from the show, they said that they were still remitting money from the show, so they did not give us any physical cash or give Daddy. In fact, even the money I sent to his account when he left Lagos, when he was coming back, his account was 0. They did not give him any cash at hand. Neither was there any money in his account when he was coming back to Lagos. When we went to the airport at Abuja, I'll try and check the dates. That day, Daddy could not walk at the airport. I had to go in and order for ask for wheelchair. When the son went in to get wheelchair, they said they cannot give wheelchair. That the airport people said they cannot take the wheelchair outside. That they can only use the wheelchair within the premises of the airport. I went in there. I was screaming. I was saying, my father has served you people for a very long time. My father has done this. He has served the public. He has done this. He has done it. Please have mercy. Give chair. I was screaming like a mad person. Anybody working in Abuja airport that day, they can attest to what I'm saying now. I was screaming until somebody came and said, okay, it's Mr. Ibu. Please, let's give him wheelchair. They came, they used wheelchair, they carry him. When they took him to the check-in point, they said that he cannot fly, that his state he's having shortness of breath, that we need to bring something they call fit to fly. The airline will book say he cannot fly. I started begging them again that he has to fly. He has an appointment with a doctor waiting for him in Lagos. That if he doesn't go to Lagos right now, that his health will deteriorate more, and nobody is going to look after him in Abuja and all of that. So out of sympathy, they allowed us to fly that day. Those airport people, they carried him in on the wheelchair. When they were taking him to the plane, they carried him like a little baby and put him in the plane. I hope those people can see this video and they can also attest to what I'm saying. When we were coming to Lagos, I called the wife, I called the son, and the wife friend. It was a 3-way call. Thank God that call was still recorded. I asked them, I said, where is Daddy going to stay if he comes back to Lagos? The friend, everybody was the friend. I said, the wife first said that he cannot stay in her house, in their house. His own house, that Daddy cannot stay there, that the house is not good for him, that water is entering the house is in a bad shape. I said, but we can call people to come and fill the house and put bed in the parlor and all of those things and adjust the house. The house is not as bad as, he can stay there. She now say no, that in his current state of health that he cannot stay there. And I told the friend, I said, Daddy cannot come back to my house because Daddy has been in Abuja for more than a month now, and they've done this traditional treatment for him. I don't know his state of health. What if Daddy comes to my house and God forbid something happen? What will I tell people? That call was his wife, his first son, and the wife friend were in a 3-way call. I said, what will I tell people if anything happens to Daddy? Nobody will understand. God forbid if Daddy sleeps and he doesn't wake up in this state. I don't know his state of health. It doesn't look so good. Nobody will believe that I was trying to help, that I went all the way to Abuja when none of you accepted to go and pick him in Abuja. I went to Abuja and pick him. I'm not looking for sympathy. I did what I did from the depth of my heart because that man stood in there as a father for me. I don't care what the entire world is saying. He was there when nobody for me. When my dad, who was his friend, died, he was there for me. People that know me in IMSU, when I was doing my pedigree in IMSU, they know me, they know him, they know that he was visiting, they know. So many years ago. So the man was there for me. So when we're coming that night, we made that call. I told the wife friend, can he stay at your place? She now said, that there is no space in her place, and she gave one reason. I don't want to say what that reason is, but yes, she gave a reason that he should not stay at her place. We now decided that we're going to rent what is it called? Shortlet. And I asked the question. I said, if we rent a shortlet, who is going to stay with daddy there? The wife now said, she'll come and be seeing him. She'll be coming and going and all of that. After all, the man has said he's not. Both of them have decided that they are not marrying again, that they are done with the marriage. Now, one thing I want to clear is daddy's marriage and his wife's marriage was either done or whatever issue they have in their marriage, they might not be legally divorced, or they might have not gone to any court to divorce, has absolutely nothing to do with me. Daddy was away from his home 2 years or 3 years or 4 years before I came. He was staying from one hotel to another, one lodge to another, one house to another before I came to Nigeria. It was even the wife that specifically told me that that they were not in a good term, in a good relationship. I have absolutely people that are calling me home wrecker, people that say leave this family alone. This family pulled me in their issues. They brought me in. I never voluntarily say, okay, let me go and offer and pay this to them. No. The wife can never say in the entire time that she knows me that she has given me 1 naira and say, Jasmine, take this 1 naira. She can never say she has ever given me 1 kobo. Did I benefit anything from daddy? Yes. His platform has blessed me as far as I know. And most of the advice and some links and some connection, that's as far as it goes. So when we came back to this thing, they said that daddy was going to stay in a shortlet. We started driving along looking for shortlet. And I told his son, I said, look, if daddy go and stay in a shortlet now, nobody is looking after him. We now made a decision that night. That decision was between me and his son. I said, okay, let's take daddy home. Even my mom was not so happy about that decision because nobody knows his health condition that he came from with Abuja. A reasonable mother will question. My mom was like, Jasmine, what have these people done to you? What are you doing yourself? You're a very young girl. Why did you bring him back here? I know you really want to help. I know you've been doing everything to help, but at least let the wife do this. I said, okay, the wife said he's not coming to the house. The wife friend said he's not coming to our house. Should we abandon him in a shortlet? Make it make sense. My mom now said she's praying for me that I don't get into a very big trouble, that I'm not able to go. You think my mom doesn't talk to me? My mom lives in the same house with me. Some people will say, I hope you're taking care of your mom. Anybody that knows my mom is not lacking anything. My family confess